guys, this is Sandy White from Simply Fit Radio, your number one health and wellness cheerleader. Our mission is to save 1 million lives by motivating individuals to live a simply fit life so that they're able to overcome suicide and depression through health and nutrition. So it was so wonderful to be able to come back for a second season on WYTV7 Christian Broadcasters Network, because their mission and goal lines up with ours, and theirs is to empower, educate, and to encourage individuals as well. So we're very grateful to be able to come and just provide you guys with nutritional tips and strategies so you can have the best and longest, healthiest life ever. So I have a quick question for you. Do you know the easiest way to lose weight where it does not interfere with your already busy schedule? Well, I'm going to share that with you today, and I'm going to give you a download for that. And you want to know what it is? It's two things, and you probably never guessed. One is sleep, and the other is intermittent fasting. So now let me share with you the benefits of sleep. And I also have a really good book that you can pick up. And I will give you the Amazon link so you can just get it real quick, because this fella loves simple hacks and tips just like I do. So the benefits of sleep for an adult, you need to get at least 7 hours of sleep. But it needs to be 7 hours of quality sleep. So you have to figure out, is it light that's bothering you? Is it the sound that's bothering you? Is it the fact that you can't go to sleep because you're amped up on caffeine? Or is it the fact that you can't go to sleep and get 7 hours of quality sleep because it's habit for you to stay up? So let's talk about this. If you're doing this out of habit, let's undo this habit and let's get you a healthy habit and ensure that you're getting 7 hours of quality sleep. Because the benefits of getting sleep is because a lot of people are having like these mysterious aches and pains. That's because your body can't rejuvenate the cells during the time frame that it's supposed to be, because you're not asleep. So if you're getting quality sleep, you'll start noticing that a lot of these aches and these pains, they'll just as quickly as they came, they will basically disappear on you, because your body again can rejuvenate its cells. You will be refreshed. You won't be cranky. You won't be groggy. You won't have brain fog. So those are the benefits of sleep. And there's so much more. And I'm going to look at my notes so I can say this gentleman's name right. It is the Sleep Smarter book. And again, I mentioned I will give you the Amazon link for that. And this is by Sean Stevenson. And he teaches you how to get better sleep with tons of hacks and ideas. And I love that. So I'm not going to recommend anything that's going to be long drawn out, because I like simple tips and strategies to get the same benefit that somebody takes 4 to 5 hours or weeks or days to get, where I can just do this little hack and get the same benefit. That's what our channel is about, providing you with quality information, but in simple tips and strategies. So now the other tip I wanted to talk to you about was intermittent fasting. Now, intermittent fasting, this is not new, but a lot of individuals do not realize not only can you lose weight with it, but it has a host of other benefits. So I'm not going to go through all of the benefits, because I am going to give you a download. The reason I'm giving you this download is because it's going to get you a 14-day challenge. And I love challenges. So when you're challenged with getting these simple tips and strategies into your lifestyle, to me, I think it makes it easier, because it's a no-brainer. And then any misnomer that you had about not being able to do it, you'll be able to see that it was so smooth, so quick, so easy. it didn't interfere with anything that you had already had going on in your healthy lifestyle. So the benefits, and I'm looking down at my notes to make sure I tell you guys everything. And I always am super duper excited, but I want to take my time because this is so important. One of the main benefits that I love about intermittent fasting, and yes, I do it, it reduces insulin resistance. So a lot of women, after they have babies, they can basically end up with pre-diabetic challenges, which I end up having. And I had to really work at this so that I no longer had challenges with insulin resistance. And the best way to do that, I found out, was intermittent fasting. And I have been and just so you guys know, I've been doing this for years. My oldest is now 11. So this is not something new that I have been doing. I have been doing this for years. So if you're having challenges with insulin, you can do intermittent fasting so it can reduce, and you can have the insulin resistance will be reduced. If you're having challenges with inflammation, that too will be reduced. Of course, we already know you will lose weight. A lot of challenges when you have insulin resistance is you start seeing your belly expand. Well, that will go away as well. Your metabolism will be reset. So I love it because right now you need a reset. Yes, we're still in COVID-19 and the virus attacks your immune system. So I'm going to be teaching you guys and sharing with you guys a lot of information that's going to keep your immune system healthy, not just simply so you can lose weight. Because sometimes people think because they're small, they're healthy. That's not always the case. You can be small and unhealthy. So I need you healthy. I need your body with the muscle tone showing. So if you have not started a weight or resistance regimen, you want to start implementing that now, because that helps your muscles shape your body and get that designated or design shape that you have been desiring. And the best way to get that is not by doing a lot of aerobics. It really is by doing resistance weight. And I mentioned this on last season. A lot of women think that if they start doing resistance training, it's going to cause them to seriously bulk up. No, it's going to have you looking extremely toned. Muscle does weigh more than fat, but it is less dense in the body. And again, it gives you that definition. If you are having problems with bloating, intermittent fasting is going to reset that. It again has multiple benefits that you cannot ignore. It is not challenging to do. The way you do this is really simple. Intermittent fasting is when you eat in a small window of time. Now, a lot of trainers say, yeah, you can eat whatever you want, but you can only eat it during this time. Well, the way I like to share with you guys is don't eat whatever you want, but at the same time, do not deny yourself. So you want to have a cheat meal, not a cheat day. So a lot of trainers will teach on a cheat day. And to me, when you have a cheat day, it kind of throws you off if you're really not disciplined. If you're cheating the entire day. So if you have a cheat meal, you can still stay within your calorie and macros by having one item that's a cheat meal and still get in the proper nutrients. And then those other two meals are exactly the way you need to eat, which is 2 portions of glycemic vegetables to your protein and your fat. And then make sure you're drinking no calorie beverages. And I've talked to you guys about that as well, but we'll go over that more. I'll give you more information. You guys know I get super duper excited, but I want to go over this challenge And then I'm also going to talk to you guys about meal prepping, because I got that question last week, so I want to go over that. But for the intermittent fasting, it's what I'm doing is just giving you an introductory to it. And then from there, you can see how you can implement this into your lifestyle. Because with the challenge, everybody's going to be doing it at the same time. However, everybody does not have the same schedule. So if you work at night, then doing this in the morning, it doesn't make sense. So just know, you take the information that I'm sharing with you and you implement it into your lifestyle, where it's going to be simple and easy. And also check with your doctor. I am a certified health and nutritional holistic coach, and I also have a background in health and wellness, a master's degree that is, but I am not a doctor. I know what I know how to put the programs together. I know how to provide you with the proper meals and nutrients so that your body can function in optimum performance. But just check with your doctor so that you can feel comfortable that you know that I'm sharing with you the right information. So the intermittent fasting challenge, again, is only 14 days. And if you sign up, I'll send you emails just to remind you, to prompt you, to encourage you, and also send you a calendar. And we will start showing you guys some simple workouts as well, not in this segment, but down the line, so that at any time, if you are trying to find out what you can do that will be quick and easy and safe for your body, you can just come back to WYTV7 Christian Broadcasters Network, click on Simply Fit, and then look for the workouts, okay? And we will make sure we label those so that it's easy for you guys to find. You also get a planner and a journal. And the reason I do this, if you guys did the 21-day walk challenge, it's set up very similar. And the reason we do this, because I want to take all the guesswork out. I want you to be able to look at your calendar and know that the time frame that you set for your schedule, like in my case, I usually eat between 8 and 10, and then I usually stop by like between 5 and 6, and then I'm not eating anymore until the next day between 8 and 10. So that's a nice long time to have my body rested, rejuvenated, and that's where the fasting comes in. And then that's also when you start seeing the benefits, because I'm going to tell you guys, in 14 days, if you do this challenge, you may not see a huge dramatic reduction in your waist, but you're going to feel amazing. Now, some people have, faster results than others, but don't worry about that. You may have a huge reduction in inches, and someone may have a huge reduction in the weight on their scale. But the bottom line is how you feel, how your lab work comes back, how you perform, how you think, not having brain fog. So your results are not going to be my results, and vice versa. Just know it works. So the fasting log, you need to be consistent with that. This is only 14 days. So you're going to get the fasting log. You're going to get the goal log. Like, what is your ultimate goal? And you want to keep track of that. I've been talking to you guys about journals for the longest, because if you are not tracking what you're doing, you don't know if you've met your goal, if you are needing to tweak it in a particular area or increase it in a particular area. So you want to keep that log really, really handy. I have a cover sheet, so get a nice binder, print out the cover sheet, print out all of your documents, and keep everything that I'm going to be sharing with you this season in that log. That way you can go back and you can repeat it at will. But if you're not printing the information out or keeping it in a place that you can get to it quickly and easily, that's when you're going to start feeling stressed out and that you don't want to do this anymore. So if we're going to make it easy for you, then I'm just asking that you take the necessary steps to make sure you see just outstanding results. Again, this is a 14-day intermittent fasting challenge. So you need to pick the window of time that you're going to eat, and it needs to be short, like 6 to 8 hours. And then after that, no more eating. You need to take a before and after shot. And this is why I just explained to you guys, because some individuals will lose a lot of weight and then some will just lose inches. But if you do a before and after shot, regardless of which one it is, you're going to see dramatic results. And I'm not exaggerating. And you want to do this water log because, again, you want to stay hydrated. I tell you guys all the time, stay hydrated, stay hydrated, stay hydrated. I think a lot of the road rage comes from people not being hydrated and being frustrated. You're stuck in traffic. Granted, right now it's COVID-19, so we're not worried about a lot of people being stuck in traffic, but this too shall pass. And we don't want to repeat what we just came out of. So don't be part of the problem, be part of the solution, and listen and implement what I'm sharing with you guys. Now, the workouts, I will send you guys HIT workouts. I'll tell you how to do those. And I mentioned those before last season. And all it is 10 minutes worth of high intensity workout. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're jumping and impacting your joints, because a lot of people don't like high impact aerobics or any type of like strength training that's, seriously impacting on their joints. So I totally got that. So I will show you guys different like beginning, intermediate, and advanced levels on how you can do all of these. But again, you don't want to exercise 45 minutes to an hour, because at that point, that's when you're stressing your body out. And what we're trying to do is to get your body to be on a even stress-free level. And when you exercise beyond 40 minutes, then your body starts going into a stress mode. And then now we are just pretty much just knocking out everything that we just previously did. So 40 minutes is a good time frame to like really end your workout. And I prefer to do workouts that are going to be quick, easy, and effective. So that's why I like to do the hits. This is why I have encouraged you guys to do the walk challenge. And then when you do the walk challenge, pick different routes that are going to challenge you. Like today, I did mine. I was on day 16 and I chose a route that had a lot of hills on it because I didn't feel like coming back in and doing strength training. So if you're not going to do strength training, then put yourself in a position when you do your walks that you're going to be able to increase or encounter some steps as well as encounter a couple of hills. Okay. So back to the 14-day intermittent fasting challenge. Not only are you going to be encouraged to work out, which again, if you sign up, I will be emailing you. So I'll be your personal coach outside of the broadcast. If you email me, I will email you and encourage you because I want to see you be very successful in this journey. And then you want to, again, make sure that you keep everything together because it's so important to be organized and not have your brain feel scattered. And this is why I just cannot get enough of reminding you guys to get enough sleep. So I am going to remind you guys via email from, not an email, it's going to be the link from Amazon to get the book Sleep Smarter by Sean Stevenson. He's going to teach you on how to get better sleep with tons of hacks and ideas. And there's also an app. It's a do fasting app when you do the intermittent fasting. Now, there is a nominal fee. If you feel that you need that, then I would recommend that you sign up for it. I'll provide you guys with those links. But what this particularly, I don't particularly think you need it, but some people need the additional boost, and that's fine. Now what I want to do is transition into telling you guys about the meal prepping. Some individuals are having challenges, and I'm prone to think you're having challenges because you're just a little stressed out by overthinking this. Don't overthink it. So when you start a healthy lifestyle, you know you need to eat healthy. So when you go to the grocery store, this is option one. You shop the perimeters. That means you're only getting your vegetables, your meats, and proteins on the outside aisles. Now, anything that's carb induced, like white breads, sugars, cereals, most of those you're going to find inside the aisles. Don't do that. I also gave you guys a recipe that was gluten-free if you have to have bread, so you can make your own bread. But you don't have to do everything at one time. Now, I don't meal prep. I like to do my stuff fresh every day, and that's because my family and I are just a little picky. There are some things that we will eat as leftovers, but I just like fresh. So I like cooking, so I do it every day, just about. But if you decide you want to do everything on your own, pick one day, and that should be the day that you go to the grocery store. And when you come back, so take all of your fruits and vegetables, and those that are going to be your smoothie, put them in a Ziploc bag. Get them prepared right then and there, because you're taking the time to put the groceries up. So take the time to separate them, put them in a bag, put the dates on there, Monday through Sunday, and then throw them in the freezer. This way, when it's time for you to get up, it's just a grab and go. Grab your bag, dump it in your blender. Don't make it a sugar bomb. And I am actually just going to give you guys a recipe on what you should be putting into your smoothies, so that because I say this all the time, and I know somebody's going to email and say, what is a sugar bomb? And it's basically using ingredients that sometimes you don't even know, but it's just loaded with sugar, and you don't even recognize it. Like, some people use orange juice and they use too much of it, and certain brands have a lot of sugar in it. So that's just something we'll do on the next segment. But I want to go through options that you guys can do. So option one is doing everything yourself, going to the grocery store, and then when you're putting the groceries up, you're meal prepping at the same time, all on the same day. This way you don't feel overwhelmed, and it can just get done because you have to do it anyway. So when you cook more than what you were typically going to cook, and then what's left over, you divide them up for your lunch or for your dinner. And then boom, you've cooked one time, but you've cooked enough for the entire week. It's how you do this. Okay. Now, if you decide that's too much for me as well, then you can do half and half. And when I mean half and half, know the right places to go to have your food delivered to you. And then you can set the schedule on when you want the food to be delivered, and that can go with your schedule. So like, I can go to the store on 2 days out of the week, and I can meal prep, and I can do what you just said about when I'm putting the food up, meal prep and cook everything for that. Because I have more time for those 2 days, I can do that. I'm good with that. But then the other days, and I'm stressed because my day, don't even do that to yourself. You're overthinking. So here are some places that are really good. HelloFresh is good. All of these places, you can set a schedule. I want them 3 days out the week. I want them 2 days out the week, 4 days out the week. I want enough for one person up to 7 individuals. So, okay. So don't overthink it, and then just follow along here. Pick, and then do your due diligence on if you need plant-based, if you want certain items, then costs. They're not expensive, but to me, I think it cuts down on your grocery bill. So when you do your grocery bills, if you're going to be using places like HelloFresh or Green Chef or Home Chef, Freshly, Purple Carrot, plant-based, Sunbasket, then you need to check out how much they're going to charge based off of the amount of meals and the amount of meals they need to provide for you throughout the week and for how many individuals. So some meals are going to be a little more based off if it's a plant-based, if it's going to be seafood, if it's going to be or beef or chicken. They're going to have different costs associated to it. But you can, whatever your original overall grocery bill typically is, you can set that same money aside and incorporate some of these. If you're like, I can do half and half, or I need to do all delivery. So I think it's great. I love it. I've used it. But again, I'm not consistent with these guys because I like to cook. I don't have a problem with that. This information is for those individuals that are seriously busy, like our first responders. So these guys are really busy and they're exhausted and they need to preserve that energy so they can continue to fight COVID-19 so that we're safe as well as themselves. So if you're just like, I'm not a first responder, but I just don't like doing it, it's just too much. Now I've provided you with a solution. You don't have to overthink this. Just come here, get your quick, simple tips and strategies so that you can have a healthy lifestyle. Okay, guys, so I've talked about intermittent fasting. I've talked about really good sleep, and I have explained to you guys that you're going to get a download going more in detail of how this 14-day intermittent fasting is going to work. So I got you covered. And we're going to be providing you guys with this throughout the entire season. Wonderful strategies that you can implement into your life. And most of them are going to be challenges because I love challenges. I just think they're so fun because you can get your girlfriends or family members to join in with you. And you could do this in any state right here online. Okay, guys? So I have a little cooking tip that I want to share with you at the end of the broadcast. All right, this is Sandy White from Simply Fitt Radio. And remember, being fit is more than just exercise. Love you guys. See you next week. Bye.